Hey, this is Harwin from SEO Wolf. Today we'll be talking about balance. If you've listened to the hustle gurus or whatever gurus on the internet telling you what you should, or the people that are motivating a motivation culture, telling you that no, you have to sacrifice everything, sacrifice your friends, sacrifice your job, so not your job, sacrifice everything, focus on your career, and just focus on that. You can forget about your dating life, forget about your friends, social life, everything. Just focus on your work, focus on this, hustle, 10x this, blah blah blah. So do it 10 times faster, 10 times more, just all that. That is good, it is good to a certain extent, but I think what I see is over the years, because I used to be a junkie like that to audiobook junkie. I used to have audiobooks listening to me all the time. I used to, for 1 or 2 years, I didn't listen to music. I was just audiobooks. I was in the mindset that no, I don't need a social life. I don't need a dating life. I don't need anything. I just focusing on my career. What I can tell you is, after a certain point, I have seen other people too. You get burned out. I burned out in the sense that you get tired of doing the same thing again and again and again. And balance. That is why they say balance is very important in your life. You don't want to be the fat person who doesn't have any friends, who does like a big expensive vehicle in your 40s and 50s. You're trying to catch up with your social life that you could have done in 20s or 30s. You don't want to be that kind of person. You want to have some balance in your life. You should have your good health. You don't want to be at your death. You want to be at your deathbed or on a hospital room, having lots of money but no health. You cannot move. What is the use of all this? Yeah? So I also, if you're a technical person, I'll tell you this also. If you have some kind of place where you have an insecurity, you will be taken advantage of. There's a lot of people who have a lot of money, but they don't have a social life, or maybe they don't have a dating life, or maybe they are unhealthy and they're not going to the gym, or they are not taking care of the health. They end up spending that all that money or more money than they should be spending, trying to catch up on that area of their lives. And often the people that sell those things, they don't have their best interest at heart, and they end up paying more than they should be, or they just end up getting cheated on. So what I'd say is, have a balance in life is very important to avoid burning out. You have a balance of all the things: your social life, your physical health, your mental well-being, your career, your financial. Your friends are important. You should have at least two or three good friends that you can rely on. And don't wait for your career to take up to start your dating life. You see, 80% of the businesses fail. So if you like that, I want to start at 22, 23, and just focus on my career till 30. See, 80% of the starters fail, and if you're one of those at 30, even if it fails, then you look back. The money that you lost, okay, you might be able to make up, but the time that you lost, and you won't be able to get back, and you might be regretting that time. You could also be spending on some, maybe dating. You'll be starting new. You'll be learning everything once again. So it's important to have a balance. Keep it all. Focus on your work too. I'm not saying slack off or not do that, but the important thing is to have a healthy balance. You should know when to quit, how much effort you're putting in. So there's also time management stuff that I can give you. Is you could have at least a bare minimum of thing that once it is done, you can focus on that. So even if for health you don't need to go at least 5 6 times at the gym in a day, but at least you can go to 3 days in the gym, and you could focus on this 3 or 4 exercises, maybe the bench press, shoulder press, squats, deadlifts. So if you do all these 4 exercises, you'll be maintaining your strength, and your if you already have a bodybuilding physique, you'll be able to maintain that. So you don't have to cut down on that. You can at least do the bare minimum to maintain it, and then focus on the other ends of life. So It's not that I don't want you to grow in any one area of your life. Do it all, but have a balance in it, and it's have the balance in such a way that it doesn't hamper your other areas of your life. Okay, and I also want to give you another example because it is a tough sell, because selling out of balance, I'm going contrary to whatever you've already heard me saying. So if you look at a lot of entrepreneurs, and I'll admit I was also like this when I was starting out. Whenever there's time to do entrepreneurship or build a business, after a certain point, it's not about the business profitability or whatever. They start thinking about what will I do so that I get fame, what will I do that looks good on the outside, what should I do that people think that this is good, or they start trying to get validation from one place or another. So it comes up, if you're like the person that happens, if you don't focus on all your areas of your life, you try to overcompensate in that one area where you're putting all the effort in. So overcompensation is also not good. So that's all for balance. If there's something more that comes to mind, I'll record it further, but that's all for now. Harwin from SEO Wolf, signing out.